What's up, Rovers? We're in the shorter back half of patch 2.2 and, well, with it comes Shorekeeper's rerun. The big question is, should you pull? Obviously, the answer is yes. If you don't have her, get her. She's wife after all. While most of us already know she is a must pull, some of you might need some more convincing. So this video will lay out all of the less obvious reasons you might have missed on why Shorekeeper is a must pull, especially for free-to-play. These reasons fall under four main categories of consistency, flexibility, reliability, and accessibility. Oh, and we'll talk about her weapon later too, so let's get into it. Shorekeeper makes your teams more consistent. Many of us love gacha games, many of us want to play gacha games, but not all of us have the time to spend on gacha games. Ever have content where you know your investment is good enough on your team, but you still fail to clear due to crit RNG? Well, yeah, Shorekeeper can help with that. This is the most obvious reason to pull for her. In late game, higher crit rate means more consistent crits, meaning less molding and resetting runs, meaning more time for you to play other content, play other games, or even more time for IRL. It's win-win. In mid-game, more crit allows you to crit fish for stronger hits, and also crit more often, letting you clear content you otherwise wouldn't have been able to clear yet. How about the second reason? Flexibility refers to team building. Wuwa is slowly moving to mono-element meta. While you don't have to play mono-element, these teams will undoubtedly be the strongest. Think of it this way, you can either run Shorekeeper with two characters, like Brant Cheng-Li for good damage, or Sanhua Brant main DPS, which are all top teams for him, as we obviously know, and can clear everything. Or, say, you can shell out a bit more money to pull for a Triple Havoc premium team in the future, like Rocha Cantarella Frolova, when the main DPS comes out with perfect synergy and the entire team buffs each other, and all three characters deal good damage. Yes, the perfect synergy with zero wasted buffs means it will most likely outclass the Shorekeeper team, but at what cost? You pulled Triple Havoc, a team that only outclasses Shorekeeper if you play Triple Havoc with these three premium Havoc characters together. If you play any other team, you most likely won't have the units to make them as strong as if you had Shorekeeper. Thus, pulling for mono element might make you slightly stronger, but only for that element. Shorekeeper instead lets you play every single team and element of your choice at a very high level, expanding your choices of competitive team options. On top of this, you only need to know Shorekeeper's rotation, instead of needing to learn the rotation of a new third character for each mono element team you play. Shorekeeper allows you to ignore keeping up with the newest meta and constantly learning new kits and mechanics, and instead let you play with the characters you want, while still being competitive meta. Additionally, hard content in Wuwa like Tower or Whimpering Waste needs two teams, and has different gimmicks for stages, which can depend on certain damage types or elements. Shorekeeper doesn't care about these effects, because her job is to give good buffs to the team, instead of trying to match stage buffs. Thus, having Verena and Shorekeeper together on your account allows you to easily make two teams that will always have access to heals and good buffs. The third reason why Shorekeeper is so good is her reliability. She is the only ranged healer that can hit airborne enemies reliably. She has plenty of animation cancels and quick swaps you can learn to improve her gameplay via shorter field time and reduced interruption windows. Her outro also uniquely grants you access to dodge recovery when you get launched or staggered. Ever do your rotation trying to set up buffs on your sub DPS or hits with your main DPS and get interrupted, losing your move? Now, not only does Shorekeeper's outro give you faster recovery to save time, but it also grants Concerto on the forced perfect dodge, allowing you to still finish their rotation reliably to outro. Some resonators, like Encore, Camellia, Donjin, and even Yao, benefit significantly from dodge counters, letting you easily recover from getting interrupted and actually end up ahead in damage versus if the enemy never attacked. Less significant, but she also gives an auto revive that heals for 50% of her HP instead of Verena granting a 10 seconds shield, aka you get actual health back rather than just a temporary shield. Finally, the fourth reason is accessibility. If you pull Shorekeeper instead of a third premium unit for mono-element teams down the road, you also need much less resources to build her. Shorekeeper only scales with 3 trees in her forte. Resonant skill and liberation are her main source of heals, and intro skill is her main source of damage. Leveling her normal attack and forte circuit are entirely useless for team DPS. This means that a beginner build can just focus on some skill and ult for better heals and survivability, and then later onwards you can work on her intro. But the real reason people pull for Shorekeeper is her buffs. These do not scale with her Resonator level or Forte level, meaning you already get the full package of what makes Shorekeeper good, even at level 1. You only have to invest as much into her as you want, making her super accessible for players at any point in their journey instead of, say, pulling for a third unit that needs a lot more investment. The only thing you need to give her is energy recharge, and luckily ER is a main stat that isn't as hard to get versus, well, chasing ER substats. And you can also pick up the Call of the Abyss ER weapon from Thessalio Fells, Questline, and Renacida if you don't have variation nor pulled her weapon, which should be enough to get her up and going. And if you are unsure, well, wait until the anniversary livestream in 1 day or so from now to see if you should pull for her or not. Also, speaking of her weapon, is it worth it? Well, it depends. If you're free to play and lacking pulls, I wouldn't recommend it. If you swipe or have a ton of pulls to spare and no one upcoming interests you, then I would recommend grabbing it. Listen closely. It only gives you a 14% attack buff on casting a skill that heals. Of the main healers, Shorekeeper, Yuhu, and Baijer can all activate it, except Verena. Verena cannot activate this because she does not heal on skill cast. But you can give it to Verena for crazy high ER, like 260 to 280, and the few teams that need it, like Cantarella Jinshi Verena, because of bad battery. But how much is this 14% attack buff worth? Well, about 5% overall team DPS increase. It's pretty small, right? But remember, you can use Shorekeeper everywhere, in any team, so that 5% increase will follow you through every piece of content in the game. Therefore, if you have enough spare pulls, then yeah, I'd say it's a decent long-term investment, but if you have your eye on other units, then you can probably skip her weapon for now. Also, if you don't have a variation, this technically can substitute for it. And that's it. Hopefully this helped you decide on whether or not you should pull for Shorekeeper or her weapon. As a reminder, if you're unsure, wait until the anniversary livestream tomorrow. Cheers! If this is your first time watching, feel free to leave a like or better yet subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Stick around if you want to see interesting videos. You don't want to miss out on any of that, do you? That'll be it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.